It involves a lot of patience, a lot of determination.
It's not surprising that Kate Kelly has earned the nickname the Photo Angel. In her spare time, the Attleboro special ed teacher has found a passion in finding old pictures, tracking down living relatives connected to them, and sending them the antique photograph.
I'll never forget how I felt when I first spotted a box of photos discarded in the corner, and oh my gosh, those are somebody's relatives. I need to rescue them. I need to get them back to their family members.
And she did, beginning less than a year ago. It's genealogy, though, not photography, that's driven her.
I had a grandmother who was interested in genealogy long before it was fashionable, so she hooked me as a kid.
The project, sometimes enlisting her husband Brian's help, has grown.
I've sent some to Canada, I've sent some to the United Kingdom, I've been in touch with a woman from New Zealand.
Kelly makes her finds mostly at antique stores in her travels, including at this one just next door in North Attleboro, where owner Deborah Carroll has become one of the Photo Angel's biggest fans.
How kind is it to return a photo that's been lost to a family member?
Plymouth's Lynn Newell knows.
I got an email from her and it said, these are the names on the back of a picture I found in an antique shop in North Attleboro, and are they any relation?
They were.
Inside is a nice note from her and a picture that, as best we can estimate, is 105 years old, of my husband's grandmother.
So these empty slots in the album represent successes. These are
correct.
pictures that have gone out from the album
Correct.
to relatives.
Correct.
Then there are the found photos with, alas, no info on them.
Those photos are lost to history, unfortunately. So my advice to everybody is to label your photos. You don't want to end up in an antique store someday.
But good to know there's a photo angel hovering, saving some forgotten photos.
I love the detective work and the thrill of the hunt.
There is a lot of hunting with what Jake Garcia does, too.
I go to a place, usually in Boston or around Boston, and I'll paint it, and then I'll leave it. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt in a way, you know?
Garcia didn't plan on that, but he does love plein air, painting outdoors.
I was starting out, and I didn't want to carry the paintings home because they're wet. It's uncomfortable. So I just decided I'd leave it.
But a friend suggested that Garcia post some clues on social media about where he was leaving his paintings.
And the irony is, you're not even a social media person, or you weren't before, right?
I wasn't. I don't love it.
Nonetheless, Jakescapes 1 is now a thing around Boston, with residents around the city hunting down paintings Garcia hides as soon as he finishes one, which on this morning in East Boston's Bremen Street Park took less than an hour.
You don't dawdle over these, right?
You have a scene that's changing in front of you. You gotta cover the canvas quickly.
Which is just as well, since Garcia keeps a pretty full schedule. He's a full-time nursing student, working weekends in the ER of a major downtown Boston hospital, and he paints.
How do you balance the two such different worlds?
I like helping people. I'm good at it, so they're both important to me.
This day's painting finished, including a note to its finder. It's tucked away and posted online.
When you post, you're going to give enough visual clue that somebody who's in this area is going to say, oh my God, that's right near my house.
Yeah,
right?
I'll include some of the background so you'll kind of know.
How long do you think this one might take to be found?
On a Thursday, it's so hard to tell.
Yeah.
On a Sunday, like that.
Garcia's never actually met any of the people who now own his free paintings, but we have, like Caitlin Farmer and Alex Rivera.
I think what he's doing is really special. You know, oil painting is not easy, and he does it for free, and I think that's beautiful.
For Jake Garcia, the love is in both helping people in need and spreading some joy with a brush and an unexpected find.
And that's out of love, in a way, you know, I want somebody to just be happy.
Oh, and the painting Garcia did that Thursday morning at East Boston's Bremen Street Park, found before we had even finished our interview nearby.
And Jake Garcia recently finished his nursing degree. He's still painting and still occasionally leaving paintings for others to find. As for the Photo Angel, her mission has drawn worldwide attention. She now has a website and says she wants to inspire others to search their dusty attic boxes and join in the fun. We have a link on our website.